Welcome to the Totally Awesome Fishing Show. Us fishermen use some weird and wonderful baits in our quest to get that adversary, the fish. But there's one bait I haven't really thought of too much. It's a big giant prawn. Yeah, the type that we eat for dinner. Is it worth trying? Check out Tommo. He's going to show us how to rig this bait. And I had to do the voiceover. It was so windy on the boat, it's just not usable. But you'll see how he does it, and it's a really good idea. So here we go with the bait. Now these prawns, I'm told by Tommo on the Lorna Doone that you can buy these in somewhere like Iceland, the freezer supermarket. Great big prawns. They're obviously for human consumption, but he said they're really cheap and you can put bits of squid in there as well. If you get some of these sort of takeaway size boxes, you can buy a bulk bag of prawns and make your own bait up as you go. A nice long shank hook there. A leader. This is for Smoothhound he's rigging up here. So you just go in through the tail, just above the tail there. There's a bit of soft meat we use to put shrimps on like this for bonefish. You roll them right around the bend of the hook, carefully feeding the hook round. Straighten out, and there's a little bit of tail there where the knot is. You can see that little V in the tail. That's where you can whip to get a good gripping point, as it were. Basically, if you're at a strong tide, you need to keep the bait straight. That's of paramount importance. But Tommo is going to double up this and make a really big bait of it. He's going to put a second one on there, and looks like he reverses it. Gets some baiting thread. So one prawn is facing one way, one is the other. He binds it into position using some elasticated bait thread. Tapers it down to the right. You've got to get over that knot so it doesn't slide down. Whip over either side, I'm going to say, either side you're whipping of the knot and the eye of the hook. There you can see that's done there. Now when you've done that, you just simply get it. You can either whip over the top of the prawn if you want, or just tip it a piece of squid. Now that Tupperware box he's got, well, it's not Tupperware, it's a plastic takeaway box. It's ideal for making up enough for a day's fishing. There you have it. Beautiful bait, prawn with squid, ready to go fishing with. All that remains, cast it out there in the Bristol Channel, and with the bait as fresh as that, you know you're going to catch some fish. Tommo's got it out there for a Smoothhound. Doesn't take too long for a hound to find it. And they're great scrapping fish. But of course, thornback rays, everything, bullhuss, anything, toad, conger, anything can grab that bait. A cardor we think in the winter as well. So there you go. Bit of action there, great. And you can see there is that prawn bait in his mouth. And that's a human consumption one. It's a great bait a lot of anglers forget about. Those prawns are going to get used by me in an upcoming film. And yes, if I don't catch a fish on them, I shall eat them. Anyway, join me in the tackle shack. We're going to be talking about something else. Well, just come for a quick sit down, people. I'm absolutely covered in it, filthy, muddy, dirty. Gonna have to have a shower after this one. I'm trying to recommission. That means getting into working order, ready for the summer season. Ha ha. Has been good actually. My fountain. Now it's got a pump, but unfortunately Mike now has moved to Somerset. So I have lost my Mr. Muscle Man who can help me lift it. The wife can't do it, she's got a broken wrist, the daughter's had a back operation, and there's only me, the walking wounded, and I'm not lifting 3/4 of a tonne on my own. Maybe years ago I would slide it and chance it, I'm not going to do it now. So I thought I'd put the hose pipe down the other end and blow out, and I'm hoping it blows sort of through the impeller. I don't know whether the pump impeller goes backwards, but I generally have to move the whole shebang across to adjust the pump and clean the filter. I can't do it. We haven't done it for 3 years, I would say, at least. But interestingly enough, for you guys in foreign countries, I want to show you what the British matchmen used to use. It was all the rage for catching tiny fish. Lots of tiny fish in a competition. It's called bloodworm. That's right, it's called bloodworm. It's red. I've just seen some in the mud on the last dregs at the bottom of the fountain because it's not been empty for a year. And I'll show you guys what it is. If I can film them, I will. They are so small, I reckon people in other countries won't believe how small the bait is we use. we use, wait for this, a size 22 or a size 24 freshwater hook to fish a single bloodworm, and they were deadly. So it's just down in this channel of mud down there that I saw them wiggling as I was just clearing out with a muddy sponger. I'll see if I can get a few out, and I can see them wiggling there now. So I've got it filling up here, guys, just to show you. Underneath here I've got a piece of mesh. I just put a piece of fine wire mesh. You can get under there with your hand, but you can't get far enough to get to the pump. The pump's situated in here. So I've got the hose pipe filling it all up at no expense spared on a water meter. Now it's covered the pump. Okay, I'm going to switch it on. I hope it works. This has to be filled up. I've already filled that with the hose pipe, and hopefully up here I filled up there with a pipe, and I got plumber's mate round a joint down there. Here in is what I call a rocker cover switch. I'm sure the Electrician Society will be on, hitting that keyboard as fast as you like. This is what Graham's calling it, a rocker cover switch. So it's a rocker switch, on off like that. The switch is actually here. So permanent live feed obviously comes from the house, waterproof cased outside bit. Inside here I dismantled the whole plug, and inside there you get these funny little cobwebby spider things that make little fluffy cobwebs in corners of things, so they've gone over the contacts. I've cleaned all the contacts off. I'm just about to press it. I'm hoping it's the same problem as last year. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, I hear humming. Is it me? I'm electrocuted myself. Here we go. Oh yes. It's going to be filling up. So it's going to fill up here, fill this one up, overflow with a lovely pretty sound like that, then fill this one up. I've no idea how long the pump will last. I'm just listening to it. It's doing a bit of boom. But the thing is, anybody knows this with fish ponds and that with pumps, you need water over the whole of the filter of the pump to be able to suck water. But if I didn't have my water up here, okay, at the top end, I would just be pumping it all up to fill this one up. It would run dry in the pump, so I have to keep the hose pipe going all the time until I get the levels level. The levels level? The levels consistent. So this flow here is not by the pump, that's by the feed of the hose pipe. Well, fingers crossed we've got this going for the summer, guys. There, see, it's filling this up now. And it should come over the top, and when it fills this one up here, that's going to come over the top there as well. And also we've got to show you guys some bloodworm as well. Well, at least the fountain is up and running again. Another year, it's still going. Let's hope it stays that way for the rest of the summer, whatever weather we get. Now then, quite a few of you interested in that trail cam that Mike left me and I repaired out in the Totally Awesome workshop. I thought, I'm going to put it out again because I put out bits of chicken, bits of meat, bits and bobs of anything, bacon rind, for the raptor, basically Colin and his family. For those of you who follow us, Colin the kite is a red kite that comes swooping down and takes the scraps off of our table. Sometimes the wife puts them out late in the evening, quite late, and I thought, I don't know, most birds roost in the evening, but I don't know about predators. Species like owls come out in the evening to hunt. I know it's not an owl, but every morning I used to go out and think, well, they must be up really early because the raptor table is cleaned. I'm so pleased. I think all those dicky birds have taken the food. I don't know about that. Here's what the trail cam caught our culprit red-handed. Well, actually, red-pawed. Who would have thought you'd have seen on a bird table a fox? Come on, guys, it's true. You saw it. I thought it was something else, to be honest. I thought the birds were just getting out there at dawn or early morning with a torch. Just goes to show you don't know what's coming around your garden at night, do you? So thanks for watching the Totally Awesome Fishing Show. We'll have some more fishing ones up. I put these other ones, I call them random films, up when I fancy putting them up. Midweek generally, to keep you guys sort of entertained in between fishing films. If you want to support the channel, there's a range of clothing both on mine and TA Outdoors Mike's channel. He does all that clothing business. I do believe there's a link in the description for hoodies, t-shirts, sweatshirts, that type of thing. We'll see you guys next time. Hopefully there might even be a fish involved rather than bloodworm and a fox on a bird table. I think I've got to have a lie down.